Good morning, listeners. Welcome back to our podcast where we delve into the latest news and events affecting our communities. Today, we turn our attention to Lake Macquarie, where recent events have drawn significant attention.
That's right. First on our agenda is a substantial fire damage incident. The Lake Macquarie City Council Administration building faced an arson attack last year, resulting in extensive damage that has now been quantified at $41 million, a notable increase from the initial $30 million estimate.
Indeed, this fire occurred on November 27, and the damage assessment includes destroyed assets like air conditioning, elevators, data cabling, and office furniture. It's worth noting that there were $7.5 million in disposal assets affected.
With the extensive damage, the council's operations were heavily impacted. Approximately 450 staff members were initially displaced to work from home. The council plans to return to their Spears Point building by early 2026, aiming to restart normal operations by early 2027.
Regarding investigations, 2 men are reportedly involved. One has admitted to being the getaway driver, and the police continue their work to bring this case to a close.
In other news from the area, a kayaker was recently rescued near Pulba Island after his vessel overturned. The rescue operation, led by Marine Rescue Lake Macquarie, ensured the man was safely recovered and treated for exposure to cold.
Fortunately, he was rescued without any severe injuries, a relief for everyone involved. Now, switching gears, let's discuss the pressing concern of the upcoming heat wave. The ambulance service has already issued warnings as temperatures are expected to soar into the mid-30s and low 40s degrees Celsius this weekend.
That's a vital warning. People are advised to stay hydrated and take necessary precautions against heat-related illnesses. Particular care needs to be taken with vulnerable groups, like those over 65 and young children.
Symptoms such as dizziness and nausea should be watched for, as they can indicate heat stress. Additionally, the RSPCA has stressed avoiding leaving pets in vehicles and recommends ways to keep them cool during these hot spells.
These measures are essential to ensure both human and animal health and safety during extreme weather events. As our world faces increasingly harsher climates, these local responses provide valuable learning for us all.
Absolutely. With that, we've covered the key topics from Lake Macquarie's recent developments. Stay tuned to our podcast for more news and in-depth discussions.
And remember to take care as the heat wave approaches. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you next time with more updates and news stories shaping our world.
Now, as we continue to follow the aftermath of last week's arson attack on the Lake Macquarie City Council building, many residents remain concerned about the timing of council services returning to normal. This has particularly impacted those waiting on approvals and public works projects that are now delayed.
Yes, and officials have stated that temporary offices have been set up to handle essential services. However, they emphasize that a full restoration may take some time, considering the extent of the damage, which preliminary estimates pegged at over $41 million.
It's definitely a challenging situation. Meanwhile, there's been considerable community support, with local businesses and volunteer groups offering assistance in various forms, whether that's providing resources or helping with interim accommodations for displaced employees.
Absolutely, the response has been heartening. Transitioning a bit, let's touch on the recent weather advisory. The predicted heat wave is expected to be one of the most intense of this season, sparking warnings for both residents and their pets.
Yes, heat waves are particularly tough in regions like Lake Macquarie, where the coastal climate can intensify these conditions. The local officials strongly encourage staying hydrated and checking on neighbors, especially the elderly, who are more vulnerable.
And let's not forget about our four-legged friends. Veterinary clinics have shared some tips about ensuring pets stay cool, such as providing constant access to shade and fresh water, and refraining from rigorous exercises during peak heat periods.
That's a great point. Also, with many people heading to beaches and lakes for some respite, water safety remains a priority. Lifeguards are on high alert to prevent potential incidents, especially given the busy season.
Right. To further emphasize safety, Keeping an eye on local alerts and messages is crucial, whether it's for impending weather conditions or updates from the council regarding the arson incident.
Speaking of vigilance, let's briefly revisit the recent rescue event where a local kayaker got caught in dangerous currents. Such incidents remind us just how unpredictable and powerful natural elements can be.
Yes, the quick action by local emergency services was nothing short of commendable. They've reiterated the importance of always having the necessary safety gear and avoiding isolated areas alone.
Indeed, and this reminds us of the interconnectedness between our community's safety measures and personal responsibility. It's essential to remain informed and prepared, especially in light of these overlapping events.
Absolutely. As we wrap up this segment, we urge everyone to stay informed and connected with local updates to navigate through these events safely and efficiently. Together, the community can face these challenges with resilience.